Move around. Move around. Yesterday was the debut of Averb, Rashard McCants, and Rito's Move Around podcast. I like the podcast, man. I do like it. I like the transition of the topics. It doesn't seem random. Shot beautifully. Also, man, they were talking. They talked, man. I liked it how they used like topics. They talked about the Drake and Kendrick. They talked about the top 3 comedians, and then they went like in the middle into the end segments, talking about the female comedians not funny, the trauma and their lives a little bit, and talking about baby mamas and all that. I love the transition, what they've been doing. Now, my favorite podcast that Verb did was the Good People podcast. When they were doing skits and they were doing episodes having random topics, but for this one, man, I don't have it over the Good podcast yet, but man, it's really good. I like what I like about it. One, that they're not over talking each other. 3, Rashard McCants, NBA player, made millions in the league. He gonna let Verb and Ray do rock. He listening to them, and then when it's like time to intervene, he does. Averb, battle rap superstar, man, made a bunch of money in the culture, man. Battle Deluxe is and Redo. I'm not really familiar with Redo, but he talked about a little bit his experience in the comedy game, talking about how one of his top 3 comedians, Lil Rel. I didn't know Lil Rel was funny like that, cause I never seen him on stage. So it's like it's hard to gauge like a top 3 comedian when a lot of them you don't see on stage. But like what Redo talking about, man, I just like the transition, man. Like I love how they let everybody speak. There's an intimate setting with all 3 of them and all that, man. Just they were talking, they talk, man. And I like it. Another thing I like about it, when there's a podcast or any type of show, there has to be the extra dude. It has to be the dude that goes extra every single time. It has to be a dude is always the calm one, the peacemaker, and the up here person, man, the over eccentric person. And for this podcast, I like it that no one is that. So it looks like it was supposed to be Verb, but Verb seemed like he's more chills, just talking their topics. And I like the transition when they talk about something, then something else come up, and they be like, all right, we're going to stop that topic. We're going to talk about this now. Cons on it. It's not a lot of cons. Definitely not a lot of cons. Definitely more pros and cons. I would say it's a bit too long. It's a bit too long, especially you watching YouTube. You might flip over. You might watch 10 minutes of Verb, and then you stroll in your comments. You stroll on YouTube. You might see something like, okay, this is cool, and then just click on that and then probably go there 20, 40 minutes, and then after that go back to the Move Around podcast and do like another 30 on there, and just a lot of switch around stuff. But maybe lighter on time, but if I had to judge the show 1 out of 10, first episode, I give it a solid 8.4. I give it a solid 8.4. I think it's going to do good. I hope it lasts. I think YouTube, and I think I think a lot of people need this podcast. You know, I wonder how far they're going to take it. Because it's a lot of topics in the world. Will they take it there? I don't know. Will they talk a little secrets? Will it be a little more controversial? I don't know. But love the show, man. Not over the good people. Not yet. Not yet. But, I'm very impressed about the first episode. How it was done. How it was directed. How it was edited. How it was... The visual was nice. I really loved that episode, man. Hopefully it stays around, man, because with Verb, and no shot at Verb at all, but if you go by track history, man, Verb, when Verb has something, he does something. He doesn't rock with it for too long. Easy and VZ, they in and out. The Good People podcast, they was in and out when he was doing the skits with the Good People cast, and those were funny skits. I love those skits. A 32-year-old hooper trying to go to the league and all that other stuff. And one dude that always get bossed around by his female and all that, man. I don't have it over the Good People podcast, but man, it's definitely a work of art, and I love the transition. I love what they're doing in this particular podcast, man. Redo, funny dude, Verb, hilarious. Rashad McCants, man, he gonna talk how he gonna talk, man. I like the setup as well, but man, keep on going, man. Hopefully this lasts for a while. But it's your boy J God. Like, comment, subscribe, red button on the right side. My closing statement: let's own something.